Prof. S. Kaplan to the stage. Dan kita berikan tepuk tangan untuk Prof. Kaplan.
Thank you very much for coming here. Understand that today is becoming a special holiday in Indonesia, a holiday to celebrate the diversity of the many peoples and the many regions here. And so it's kind of fitting and that we come and use that day, use this morning to talk about how we can work better together. And work better together means both the public sector becoming more effective and efficient, as well as how we have the public sector and the private sector collaborate in a much more productive way. And the reason is because citizens around the world, empowered and informed by the internet, are actually expecting much more from the governments than governments have traditionally delivered or been able to deliver. And we see the shortness of people's tolerance for bureaucracy, for governments that don't deliver services in a responsive way. So increasingly, there is the expectation that government agencies have to be, first, more effective. More effective means you actually deliver high-quality services in a responsive way to the citizens who are paying your salaries. And two, they want you to be efficient, to deliver those services, with a minimal set of resources. Do not waste resources. Do not have idle or wasteful resources. So in the industrial sectors around the world, starting 40 to 50 years ago, there was a revolution in management thinking led by the Japanese management movement. And at its heart, the Japanese management movement is extraordinarily simple and obvious in retrospect. It says we should eliminate waste. In anything we do, we should search out and eliminate waste, eliminate defects, because producing a defective service or a defective product is a waste of resources. And so in a world, we're being more and more conscious of resources, we need to eliminate waste. And this has had an enormous impact in the private sector. And so there's been huge increases in both efficiency, but there's also been a great deal of innovation as well. And the public now looks and says, why is the government still very slow to respond and wasteful of resources? And so there's these changing expectations that are going on to have government to be more effective and more efficient. And this is today's meeting, and the whole bureaucratic reform is a reflection of citizen expectations. In order to do this, so how do we move from traditional bureaucracy and ineffective government agencies to those that are really delivering high-quality services, is first we have to have vision. We have to have expectations about what excellent performance means. That requires leadership, as already mentioned. Leadership have to set challenging targets for the ministry and for the country and the regions as a whole. They have to work to deliver that value. And not all of that can be delivered through the public sector itself, and that's the idea of how do we integrate and collaborate with private sector to deliver some of the services or solve some of the problems that exist in society. Societal problems are deep and complex, and no one agency has the knowledge and the authority and the resources to solve that problem. So if we're truly wanting to solve some fundamental societal problems, it does require integration and collaboration across organizational lines. 3, we want to achieve those results with an efficient use of resources. And if we can do all of that we will reestablish trust by the citizens in the government. So that's what we are here to talk about this morning. Our experience, what causes governments and organizations in general to be both ineffective and inefficient. We've identified 4 barriers to delivering better and higher quality services. One is unclear vision.